Hi, I'm Mary Kennedy.
I'm Sue Merlino.
And we are in studio with Bernadette Pauley.
Woo!
Yay! Here we are with Bernadette Pauley, comic, friend, actress, what else?
Extraordinaire.
Socialite.
Boston Light.
So, Revere girl.
Revere.
Lover
She's
of
from
dogs.
Revere.
Emersonian, still paying off.
Oh, I went to Emerson too.
All three of us
there
are
it is.
Emersonians.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh.
wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I paid off my loans 6 months ago.
You did?
I know, it was shocking.
Congratulations. I actually
Wow.
paid mine off. I was joking, but good for you.
I know, but they don't care. Like, I wrote the letter to them saying, I paid off the loans.
Yeah.
You didn't get a balloon?
I didn't get a balloon.
No
I didn't
cake,
get that
nothing? No?
purple balloon that's at Emerson.
Little lion on it?
Nope.
Whenever they
Oh, they changed it, right?
when they send you mail and ask for money, do you laugh?
I go,
I'm
"Oh,
like,
no."
that's
How
hysterical.
did they find me? Like, I went to Leslie University first.
Right.
And, they found me here. I'm like, how did they find me in
They
Burbank?
their way.
Yeah.
No, I think it was a good education. I do. I enjoyed my education in
Yeah.
Emerson.
Okay.
However, I don't enjoy the DoorDash.
No,
Haven't.
they're dashing around right now with all our food.
Yeah.
Like, they picked it up, right? Hours ago.
No, they didn't pick it up.
Oh.
They didn't. We ordered DoorDash for Crafty because all of us that work in television and film, you know what Crafty is, and you know how important it is. And it didn't show up, so we can't.
Really the only reason I do this show is Mary brings food.
Anyway, so this show, as you guys know, is about menopause, post, and Bernadette tours all over the country. I would say nationally and internationally. Have you been to the Canada?
Have I worked in the Canada? Oh yes, Toronto.
Yeah.
So you
Yes.
Wow.
But not a lot.
Fantastic.
I'd still like to do Montreal and all those other great.
Oh yeah, Montreal's got that
Yeah.
that special
Zing to it.
No, no, it has. Well, being from Boston, we all know like we could get up there when we were 18 and drink, right? But
Nude strip clubs.
yeah.
Oh really? I missed that.
What was the name of
The
that?
guys who were always like, dude, they don't wear any underwear up there.
Right.
Really? I don't remember that.
Yeah.
We would take band trips up there.
Oh, I remember the band trips.
Yeah.
But there was nothing like.
Oh, you wouldn't go out at night?
No.
To the nude
I
strip
was such
clubs?
a goody two shoe.
Really?
I went to play rehearsal.
Oh.
I was in play rehearsal.
No, just for laughs. JFL.
Well, that's why you just paid off those student loans.
Yeah, she was.
So yes, so Bernadette is an internationally sought after comedian.
Wow.
Yes, well sought after. Yeah.
Yes, and we did a sort of red carpet together, and we talked about your set, and your set now is a lot about growing older, right?
Oh yes, yes it is. Yeah,
And so
Good times.
What brought you there?
getting old. No, it's just part of my reality, and I didn't set out to be like, oh, just like physical ailments have become this new thing in my life.
Yep.
And like I'm recovering from a frozen shoulder, and then this one has
Wow.
frozen up, and it's a nightmare. And I remember, do you remember making fun of your parents for talking about their aches and
Yes.
pains, and you're like, whatever.
What are you,
And
30?
now you're like,
Yeah.
oh, this is what they meant.
Right.
So what's
So-
a frozen shoulder?
Yeah, I've never heard of that. It sounds horrible.
Actually, it happens mostly to women during middle age.
Ah.
Oh wow.
It's a crazy, awful thing. I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy.
Wow.
A surgeon or a doctor will probably tell you that it's an injury that kind of spread up to the sac that holds everything in the
Right.
shoulder. But if you really Google, and for those of you suffering from it, they say that it's a perfect storm
Okay.
of three things. I don't remember what all of them are, but one of them is hormones. And that's why
Got
something
those.
like 87% of the people who get a frozen shoulder are middle-aged women.
Wow. Okay.
And after shows, because I complain about mine, women come up to me, or they warned me, actually, as audience members who warned me and said, I hate to tell you, but the other one is probably going to freeze up when that one gets better. And
So what happens when it freezes? You can't actually move it? or-
One day, a year and a half ago, this arm felt like I had done a really intense Pilates or yoga class, and all the little muscles here hurt. And you know how when you do some good workout, you're
Yeah.
like, wow, I did such a...
Yeah.
Kind of
I
like a
woke
good
up,
pain,
I was
right?
like, oh, wow, this is... And then I thought, wait, I haven't, worked out in 6 months. And I didn't understand what it was. And I went to the doctor. He said it could be bursitis. I hope it's not a frozen shoulder. He gave me one of those shots.
Yeah, the
It did
cortisone.
nothing. And then within a week, I could not raise my arm up. Now I can. See, this is wonderful. But this is as high up.
Oh,
It
no.
will go.
Oh, no.
And it's a terrible pain, and everything literally ossifies. And it takes about 2 years for it to heal up. It is a nightmare. You can't push it because you'll injure yourself. And
How do they treat you?
you have to do absolutely nothing for a long time. And then literally, like, this is my PR. Like this. Oh, and I do this. I do pendulum swings. I let my arm hang.
Oh, just saying, yeah, where the weight
swing.
goes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
And you do that 3 times a day in each direction and just hope that slowly it will get better. But the one good thing is, once your shoulder freezes up and it heals, it will never freeze up again in your lifetime.
Oh, so you can like check the box.
It's crazy. And if you really read more, like really delve into it, a lot of people feel that it's rage. It's
I'm sure.
Sure.
And I'm thinking middle-aged women, who has more rage than middle-aged women. So men go become shooters.
16-year-old boys. Yeah. That's kind of the...
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So when I studied to be a hypnotherapist, we studied like pain body and how like if you had something, some people get it in their shoulders, some people get it in their elbows, some people get like you could be doing the same thing in your garden and every person gets something different. And it's based on your connection with like where you have your pain body. So like they would say like if you have a lot of elbow issue, it's like you're overreaching for things a lot of the time, like metaphorically, not necessarily overreaching. Yeah, so there's different parts of the body that will hurt on some people, not on others, because of what you're manifesting is your pain to be.
So what did you study the shoulder?
I don't know. I have to go look it up.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna. I'll find out for you.
Yes.
Definitely let you know.
Because I had a shoulder injury. So here, this is my shoulder injury. We're talking about shoulders today on Menopod.
Yeah.
This is what happens. Middle-aged.
Yeah, this is our topic.
Having wine at a restaurant at this point. No, I was back in my 20s. Was putting together a bed, a brand new bed. I thought my gay ex-boyfriend was still interested in me. Didn't realize he was gay till later.
Oh.
Was setting up this bed, thinking, "Oh, we're gonna have sex. So I better make this bed." I'm not getting it. The screw for the bed, pun intended, like went way underneath, and I had to stretch this arm to get it, and it went dink dink. And I've had frozen shoulders since my 20s, and it's the same thing, and the same deal, and it heals, and then it doesn't heal, and then it heals, and then it doesn't heal. I think I actually had a rotator cuff surgery situation.
Yeah,
they said I could have surgery. But it's the same deal. Now, could it be the rage that I was dating somebody that I thought was straight? Not maybe. But now we're good friends, so we're good.
So yeah, but still every once in a while, yeah.
Anyway,
every time he walks by, I may or may not see him, but my shoulder reacts. Yeah.
But isn't it interesting? Because we just shot an episode where we talked about being mindful and knowing our body. What I love is that you're not keeping all this stuff inside. You're talking about it in your act.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's what my act is for.
Right.
Let it out.
It's therapy.
It'll kill you.
Right.
I mean, hopefully people think it's funny. So far, it's worked for me. But yeah,
good.
For me, stand-up comedy is mainly just so I don't get arrested and go to jail.
Yeah, that
keeps me out of jail.
I appreciate that.
But I have to say, because I've known you, Bernie, since we were in New York together. And we talked about this when we were together. We've been like together 3 times this week or something.
Yeah.
That's how it happens.
Well, and Bernie, I was a little intimidated by, because I really thought that you were going to kick a bitch. I really did. I love that about you. But you scared me a little bit. You were a little scary. But now I see that it's true. I'm fine to say that. Now she's a lot calmer. So I don't know what happened. Is it because you moved out to Los Angeles?
Oh, I don't know if I'm really a lot calmer. I've mellowed a bit.
Yeah.
I've lost 2 parents, so it puts things in perspective.
Yeah, that's like a reality, right?
So I've somewhat mellowed, but I can slide right back into reactionary. Every day I'm working on, when I hit 30, I thought, oh, I know it all now.
Right.
And then when I hit 40, I was like, wow, I really know it all. And now, hitting 50, I'm like, I know jack shit.
Right.
That's how I feel.
So I'm going to have to let it go. And every day I'm working on it, and, so...
Yeah, but just talking about it and being open and conscious about it is half the battle, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But don't you think...
So you got that because of your age, don't you think you learned that? That's wisdom. I think we get more...
Or we're defeated.
I suppose a little bit of defeat and a little bit of wisdom. Defeat gives you a little wisdom, yeah? Maybe?
Yeah. I mean, are you okay to talk about the no parent thing? Are you all right to talk about it a little bit?
I am. It's funny because, when my dad passed and then my mom just passed, I found myself for no reason just mention, like not wanting pity, or just like you feel like you have, because it pervades you. Is that the word? It's a cloud that's constantly following you. So you feel like I'm just going to let you know my dad just died, or I don't want you to do anything about it, but that's all I'm thinking about now. So I don't know. But so I can talk about that.
Well, do they call? So the worst thing that happened to
me.
Do
they call me? No, they haven't called me.
They haven't reached out?
No, what I'm saying
that's
is,
good.
do people call, like when I was there at my mother's wake, people literally, maybe this is a Boston thing, came up to me and go, "Oh, you're an orphan now." And I found that so just ridiculous, because here I am, a 43-year-old woman, and I'm an orphan. But the longer that I've sat in this grief process, there are days that I feel like an orphan, because I don't have any go-tos anymore. I can't pick up the phone and call my dad or call my mom.
Yeah.
I mean, I could.
You could, and see what happens.
So I don't know. Do you feel that way?
I have the urge to pick up to pick up the phone and call my mother constantly. Do I feel like an orphan yet? No. I kind of feel, I guess I'm still very much grieving.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a long process.
It's very up and down, so out of nowhere, I will get the weirdest things will just set me off.
Yeah.
But I kind of feel like she's with me a lot more constantly now. I mean, I was with her when she went.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, she waited till my sister and I left the room, as did my dad.
Yeah, they
which
say,
I hear is common.
Yep.
So I kind of feel like, I really do feel she's so with me. And my dad, you know what's funny? I was such a daddy's girl.
Mm-hmm.
I worshipped and still do my dad. And then my mom, I adored my mom, but for some reason I was the daddy's girl. But now my dad died like 5 years ago.
Right.
And so now my mom has bumped my dad.
No, I get it.
Right,
Because I used to be like, Dad, I love you. Oh my God, Dad, Dad, Dad. Now I'm like, Mom, Mom, Mom. Oh yeah, I love you too, Dad. So it's kind of funny that my mother bumped my dad.
Well, of course. Well, that's what it should be.
I'm glad that they're together now, but I don't know. That's a whole...
No, but I think... And are your parents still living, Sue?
Yes.
Okay. Are you happy about it?
Yeah. Hey, Mom.
No, I mean, it's an interesting thing, and I don't know if you ran into this coming back as a comic. After my mother died, it was hard for me to go back on stage. I performed 2 days after my father died. I was up on stage.
Yeah.
Wow.
I had to be taken out of retirement. I got a paid gig. See, I'll do anything for money. And I said, all right, I'll come out.
I'll do it.
The gig.
Yeah.
And thank God I did that gig, because I don't know if I would have gone up as fast. It's hard.
Yeah.
But, I interesting. But I think when we talk about sort of being in this sort of menopause, hormonal, peri, whatever it is, I think add on sort of the grief thing, because I did post on the midlife mood swing. Do you go into the grief, or do you avoid the grief? Do you feel the grief, or you don't feel the grief? And a lot of the women, and it said that they feel the grief, because if they don't feel the grief, it's going to come back.
Yeah.
And I think that's what we know now that we're in our late 40s and 50s. I think we know we got to walk through stuff. I mean, I don't know if you're
Yeah, I might I feel you very much, yes.
Yeah.
I've allowed... I spent like 30 years of my life never crying and being kind of stoic, seemingly stoic, but I'm making up for it now.
Yeah.
Yeah. And sometimes I compartmentalize a little when I can, and I never know when it will hit me. But when it does, I allow myself to go into it. And if anybody has an issue with it, I really don't give a shit.
Well, people, you know what's interesting when people say to you how to grieve, because a friend of mine was very upset with me that I didn't cry at my mother's funeral.
Yeah, everybody grieves differently. It's a different process. Yeah, and you can't ever put what you do on somebody else.
Like, why aren't you
I don't like
crying by the
that.
Christmas tree. I go, I don't do. What about me does that? I cry in my laundry room.
Yes.
I cry on the plane. I cry, I cry in coach. I mean, that's where I cry, because I have
Honey,
got my
we all
snacks.
cry in coach.
Yeah.
So after I got my
Only
snacks.
because we had that one time we weren't in coach, right? And it ruined it for the rest of your life.
But, I cry at, Kelly's roast beef, because there's no hot sauce. But, that's where I cry. But, no, I'm glad that you said that. I think there is, and do you feel that your comedy has changed? Do you feel you're a better comic today because of it?
Probably. It's interesting that you talking about it, because I went up on stage pretty quickly after both of them passed, which I kind of had to do. I didn't know what it was going to be like, because I was not in the mood.
Right.
And I pretty much talked about my dad leaving. I say leaving or left me. I don't like to say, I don't know why, but I don't. Pretty much very soon, probably within a couple of weeks.
Right.
I wrote a joke. Every day I ask God why him, why not Kanye?
Right.
Which to me was was a truthful.
It is.
And people, their assholes clench a little, and they're like, they don't want it, and then they think it's a funny joke. But with my mom, it's funny because I've been on stage, and then I didn't tell my dad joke for a while, and I've never mentioned my mom passing on. I still act like she's still around, which is interesting to me. I
do that too.
I notice it when I'm on stage because I haven't had the need or the wherewithal. If the impetus comes to mention it, I will, but it hasn't.
Yeah, no, my act for a very long time was about my mother. And I feel now that she's passed, I kind of put the focus back on me, which has been fun. I do miss her not being in the act, but it's kind of hard to put her in right now. I mean, I have a whole one-woman show about her, but...
You could bring her back, I guess.
can bring her back. I mean, that's kind of what's fun about being performers. You can bring them back.
Right.
But, you know, sometimes they don't want to be brought back. Because I'll say, I do this at night, I go, Mom, show me a sign. And a friend of mine who's a psychic says to me, he goes, she's really busy up there. Like, could you leave her do stuff? But,
her friends are just showing up.
I feel like I'm a better performer today from what I've been through. I feel like I'm a better, like, sitting here talking about this stuff. There's so many people on that site. Which, have you checked out the Midlife Mood Swing? Have you checked the...
I've seen it on Facebook.
Facebook
group?
Yeah.
Yes, the page.
I'm a member.
Oh, you are? Oh, good.
I'm
Yes,
a member.
I know, that's fantastic, yeah.
I feel like it's interesting. There's some women on there that are scared to talk about their stuff that they're going through right now, presently, with the menopause. I mean, are you going through it right now, if you don't mind me asking?
I know I'm a mental patient right now, even more so. I wish my period would friggin' stop, I'll tell you that part. And I think I have had a few hot flashes. I think they were hot flashes. But then it kind of stopped.
So you're still having your
So you're
period.
still, yeah.
What kind of bullshit is that?
Well, I have the Marine IUD, so I haven't seen my period for 10 years. It's been great.
You still have an IUD?
I still have an IUD. Not the same one.
They take it.
How often do those go in and out?
5 years.
Interesting.
But I still have the what I call it now, and I put it on the... People were upset with it. I call it the breast daggers of death. Like, my breasts burn so badly, and that's when I know, like, I'm, like, hormonal, like, I'm still got some period stuff, but I haven't had a period. Like, I haven't had to use... Like, I haven't had any spotting since last March. And a small amount. Like, not even...
From the IUD thing?
From the IUD. But it's kind of like they told me that it needs to come out. And hopefully the gods will hopefully say, okay, as soon as that comes out, I'll be in full-blown menopause. That's the hope. Cause
that was the plan, right?
That was the plan.
Right.
My mom went through full-blown menopause. By the time she was 52, it was all over.
No way.
Yeah. Well, when did you get your period, if you don't... I'm asking all these personal
I got my
questions.
period when I was about 14.
Oh, so you might be longer. Because I got my period when I was 12.
You did?
Really? Wow. I got mine when I was 14. But I had a uterine ablation like 15 years ago.
What the hell is that?
They go in and laser your uterus. So I haven't had a period for 15 years.
Wait a minute, why didn't I hear about these?
I don't know. I don't understand why people don't know about this.
Why did you have it done? Did you need...
Just I had a lot of blood issues, and they were trying to get my counts up higher. So they thought...
And you were losing a lot of blood during
I
your
wasn't
period.
really losing a lot of blood, but it sounded fantastic, you know? And I was like,
course.
sure. Like,
And you had your kids.
Yeah.
So you were done.
yeah.
Yeah, no one's going to reside in my uterus.
They
anymore.
really just go in with a laser. It's a 5-minute procedure, and they just cook it. And so there's no more... Well, I don't know. When they laser it, what?
don't know. That
I wondered if I got a little
we should
heavier.
start doing that on the side in the garage.
Little uterine ablations?
Right?
Yeah. $1.50 a piece.
Yeah, that's great. We make a lot of money. And we could do stand-up for the people that are waiting.
It was quick. No pain. It was quick. It was like someone put a flashlight in there for like 10 seconds. And
Really?
Yeah.
And then it just stopped.
Never. Ever. Nothing.
See, it sounds like it's a big procedure.
It's not.
See, it sounds like the IUD is even worse because I don't think you want to go do it because when I had the Marine IUD, it was because I thought I was pregnant again. I got pregnant with Nicholas when my daughter was 11 months. Then after Nick was born, 3 months later, I was back in my gynecologist's office saying, I think I'm pregnant again.
Whoa.
And she goes, you've had 2 high-risk
Irish.
I know, totally Irish.
Yeah.
You've had 2 high-risk pregnancies. We can't keep doing this. So they gave me the IUD, and then the rest is history. And now.
So now you guys have me thinking about one other thing.
Yeah.
So my friend was talking about when you get hormone treatment. I feel like I'm like... Is that
Yeah, you don't need to lean in that far.
Okay.
Yeah.
She was talking about hormone treatment. And she said when women get hormone treatments, in menopause.
HRT?
HRT, I don't know.
I
but
think
they get, what is the female hormone that is?
Estrogen.
Estrogen.
Yeah.
And she said she spoke to a doctor who actually does something with
Progesterone.
testosterone.
Oh, testosterone.
Have you heard of this?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's HRT.
Oh, so tell me. Because that makes more sense to me.
Well, but there's some... So, and we had Jonathan Glass talk about this.
Yeah.
On another episode, he's a holistic healer.
Yeah.
What is
Ayurvedic practitioner. Yeah.
He talked
He's in
about
Boston. Yeah.
HRT is sort of an artificial thing. It's a hormone replacement treatment that is sort of giving synthetic hormones.
Right, because they were using horse hormones at some point, but all the women were dying of breast cancer.
Because they were probably getting too much estrogen.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
So that's when you're seeing like and I have some, when you're seeing like a lot of hair here, or you're getting like hair in places that you shouldn't be getting hair, it means that you're having too much of a hormone and not another. Or if you're having a ton of hot flashes, or a ton
It's
of
imbalance, yeah. So you have too much estrogen or you have too much testosterone and it's not balanced. So one is going away. The other, you're not getting too much of it, just one is depleting.
So in theory, in menopause, one is going away and you want to replace it. Is that the theory that we're talking about? But you don't know which one it is that's going away then. If some people are doing testosterone.
Well, they can test you. So when I go to my gynecologist, I'm going to ask her to test what's my estrogen like, how much estrogen do I have going in my body, and how much progesterone. Am I balanced? Because here's the thing. Here's the little trick. I pull gluten out of my diet. I've had maybe one hot flash. Where I've been having hot flashes. Before that, I was having hot flashes at least once a day.
So you probably had too much estrogen.
I probably had too much estrogen.
Right. Because there's so much estrogen in everything we touch in our environment.
There is?
Yeah.
How did I
And
not know
plastics. There's environmental estrogens, like receipts. There's a lot of estrogens in that. So we're getting estrogen replacement, so it's throwing us all off. I mean, look at the whole gender issues going on. You know, there's a lot of girls getting their periods at 9 and 10. You know, there's a lot of estrogens that we've created in our environment. So it's good to get tested and to know what your levels are at, and then you can balance them.
Yep.
Okay.
Because I got to be honest, it's a little weird. It was a godsend not to have a period for a long time, but now that I'm going through menopause, because I know I'm in, perimenopause, I don't have a gauge because I'm not getting my period.
Right.
So I don't know how far in I am or what, so we'll see.
They'll do a blood test because they can't tell from me either.
So besides the period thing, I've been very emotional, but I don't know if it's because I'm batshit crazy.
Or you're also grieving.
And grieving and allowing myself to be emotional.
It's probably a lot of all of that.
And I have noticed the shit hit the fan when you turn, I might have mentioned this to you the other night, when you turn like 30 and 40, people go, oh, watch out, the weight's going to pile on. And I was like, and it never happened to me because I was always very, very, I always had very light periods too because I was always very active. So that might have something to do with my situation now. But all of a sudden now, like, I am gaining weight. Like, it just never, ever, ever caught up to me, so to speak. But now I'm like, oh, shit. I've got to go for a run or something, but now I have these 400 injuries everywhere.
Right.
It's hysterical.
It's crazy.
And you don't appreciate, it's every cliche is true. You don't appreciate it till you can't do it. You can't roll out of bed and go for a 10-mile run without stretching, which is why I'm paying for it now. I used to do stupid shit like that all the time.
10 miles?
Not really, but you know what I mean. Like,
just push it.
I did gymnastics, and I was like, I don't have to stretch. Stretching's for pussies.
Yeah, I never really understood that stretching thing.
Yeah,
it's a waste of time. Like, I want to just get right into it. Yeah.
So, so I think but also the gaining of the weight is also completely in line with the menopause.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to know.
Yeah, totally. Because I haven't changed the way I've eaten ever, but I'm gaining weight. And it's like, I'm doing exactly the same things that I've done for the last 5 years.
Okay.
But now I'll see a donut commercial and gain weight. I want to see a fitness commercial and lose weight, But
when menopause is over, is this going to keep happening, or am I going to go back to?
Who are those skinny little old ladies?
What I need to know. Well, my mother was like this.
So maybe we'll go back.
Well, then my grandmother, when she got older, she got thinner.
Right. My grandmother did too, actually.
And so, but do you really want to be? Like, I want to be thinner now, not when I'm like 85.
What's that doing?
I would like to.
Yeah.
So it's about body acceptance where you are right now. I gained a lot of weight, and here's interesting. There's a lot of trigger foods that if I eat, like I could be walking down the streets of Burbank naked because they're so fabulous. Like I can't eat white sugar. Like it's like a drug to me. I love
It is a drug.
And I go, no, I'm not going to do that. But when my mom passed, was I eating those kind of things? No, but my portions got bigger and bigger and bigger. And then I looked at myself and I was like, oh my God, what happened? So now I'm eating less than I ever have in my whole entire life. I'm working with a trainer.
Right.
The scale looks at me and gives me the middle finger. And
Right.
goes, and then my trainer's like, but you look healthy and beautiful. I go, yeah, but myself 10 years ago after my kids, I was able to lose the weight much faster.
Yep.
And I
It's
can't
just
now.
not coming off.
I'm going to be honest, too, though. There is something to be said about... Because even back in the day, if I worked out a little more or was doing more, I would actually even get a little bigger. And then I'd get thinner when I wasn't as active. But I wouldn't mind right now if I felt like I was getting bigger, but I was firm and feeling strong.
Right.
I kind of feel like bigger and doughy.
Getting
like
doughy.
It's
Yeah, it's
hanging
soft.
out. Like,
I feel
don't
soft.
mind going up
Yeah.
a few, but when it's hanging out and I've got to tuck it in, then I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, I don't.
Yeah, where'd this
what
come
is
from?
that?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
that
sneaks
I think
up on you.
also, I think we have to be gentle with ourselves as because when I see you, I don't see a big change, and people go, I don't see a change. I know,
Because we all feel our own.
Right.
and my husband doesn't know.
But there's some days like I'll wake up and I'm like, I am not happy in this body. I'm just not happy. It feels like it's not mine. Like
Oh,
I
yeah,
just
I
don't
hear that
want.
a lot.
Yeah.
I hear that a lot from women, and I think because we're kind of. Some days I feel like I'm an alien.
Right.
'Cause I don't
Yeah.
think, and let's just be honest. I mean, I don't know. My mother did not talk about this. I think it might be an East Coast
Yeah.
thing.
Nobody talks
My
about it.
grandmother didn't talk about the menopause.
The change,
The
right?
change. Did you
Yeah.
ever hear about that?
Just
Did they ever sit
the
down?
change. Like she's got the change or whatever. Like they would go into another room or I don't know.
No, they
it was
wouldn't
never
even talk about periods.
Right.
My Catholic Irish
Yeah.
wackadoo
Right.
family.
Yeah.
And nobody ever had sex. They just all had 82 kids.
Yeah,
They
no,
never
we
had-
never. No, my grandmother would
Right.
shut off Three's Company. I mean, come on.
right.
Like, are you kidding? So, no, but I think that's also like, and I try to talk about this with my daughter. I mean, she will talk and she's like, do you get your period? And I tell her what I'm doing, because I'm totally about telling her about birth control. But the fact of the matter is, and she doesn't want to hear about it, but the fact of the matter is I do want to be there for her because I think we're kind of trying to find, there's a lot of women that are trying to find their way because nobody really talks about it
Yeah.
still.
Both my boys know about it because I talk about it every day.
But see,
That's
good.
great, though. I think that's great.
They should know.
Yeah.
Why
So
should
did
it be a mystery?
Did you think, I have a question, Bernie, did you think that you gaining weight was a byproduct of what you were doing, or did you not connect it to possibly that you're perimenopausal?
I didn't connect it to that because I always did for my own psyche. I still always worked out to some capacity, whether it meant just going to Hazeltine Park and doing a few laps.
Right.
Because I've always had to because of anxiety. Because, that was just always who I was.
Nice, yeah.
And then all of a sudden, I really wasn't doing a lot because these shoulders, and I loved going to yoga when I could. Because it was one of the few things that would help me sleep and all that. And now literally I had an arm that like I literally would injure myself and couldn't.
Yeah.
So I thought, oh wow, it's caught up to me. I really do have to do the working out now.
Yeah, you do. It's kind of a...
And I still do for my brain. So that's why with the perimenopausal too, like part of me is like, am I grieving? Am I just losing my mind?
It's all of it.
Yeah,
it's a whole body,
But at
mind.
least I'm asking myself that stuff
That's
now.
good. No, that's what I was saying earlier. It's like being conscious and mindful of all of that is so helpful.
But I think what I find solace in and comfort in is, yes, talking to my friends who've lost a parent is comforting, but talking to people who've lost two parents is even more comforting. Because I have been through, I don't know if this happened to you, and my brother says it's in my own hand, but I got thrusted into the matriarch of the family. I'm now the matriarch of this crazy Irish family.
Because you're the oldest
I'm the oldest.
female. Wow.
And that's daunting at 47 years old, that here I am, okay, like the grand, dom of this Irish family.
Wow.
I mean, it's
That's young for that.
It's a little,
Yeah.
I mean, it's a little.
Was your mom the matriarch, or who was the matriarch?
My
before?
grandmother
Your
was.
grandmother. And did she have a profession? Or was she a
homemaker?
It's funny because I look at what my mom and my aunts and those people achieved in their life at my age versus my life at my age now. And I laugh sometimes.
Right.
Because I still live the life of a 17-year-old boy on some levels. And thinking of ever stepping into matriarchal shoes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but we also came out to Los Angeles. My grandmother didn't drive a car.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean,
she barely left the house, right?
Sort of, I think. I mean, I don't know the women in your past, but I have to say, I know my grandmother would be very proud to know that I sort of carved a career.
Oh yeah.
For myself. And can I bake a souffle? Absolutely not. But I don't think anybody wants me to do that.
No.
I think they're, I think we're in good shape. So, my dear, this has been we only do 30 minutes on this show. Can you imagine? I could talk to you all day.
I think that's great, though.
Yeah.
Leave them wanting more.
I know.
Well,
of course.
yeah.
Of
But
course.
speaking of wanting more, like, where can people see you?
Oh, you can follow me on Instagram at the Bernadette Pauley, and I post silly videos.
Oh, cool.
I posted them of Mary and myself the other night.
Okay.
And let's see.
Nice.
This week, I will be at my very good friend Stephanie Clark has Funny Girl Events. She's her own producer and promoter, so I'll be right here in Burbank.
Really?
Oh, that's awesome.
At the Trustworthy Brewery.
Okay.
And then this weekend, I will be on Hermosa Beach at the Comedy and Magic Club.
Oh, you are there? That's
and
awesome.
I always comp people, and I give discounts whenever I can. So always hit me up directly, and if I can, I will comp you.
And when are you and the husband performing, or even just you, performing back in Boston?
The husband and I will be performing together the week
Al Ducharme.
of Valentine's Day at the Woo Ha Ha in Worcester.
Okay.
The week following up to Valentine's. And Valentine's night, I think we're at a theater venue in Cape Cod. I will
nice.
find out.
I love it.
So, and once again, if anybody's in those areas and you want to go, I try to comp and discount when I can.
Okay.
Well, we got a lot of followers in Massachusetts, so
Yeah.
The Bernadette Pauley.
they can
How
find
about,
you.
are you back in New England anytime?
I'm in North Carolina. I'm in Asheville on the 29th. That's not really where we are, but I'm trying to get my one-woman show up in hopefully the Beverly area in the summer.
Beverly, Mass.
Beverly, Mass.
Oh, great.
That's what I'm trying. East Coast.
That's close to Revere.
Yeah.
It's close to Revere. I mean, listen, if you look at Bernadette Pauley, my friends out there, you do not look like a Revere girl. I'm sorry.
Yeah, she got out when
she got out.
Good,
My hair is too flat.
I know, right?
Exactly,
I
yeah.
know. My favorite, though, and I'll say this story. Well, I know this. When the Marblehead field hockey team went against Revere field hockey team, the fear in those Marblehead girls' eyes. There wasn't enough LL Bean fleece to save those girls that day.
Yeah.
To watch you girls, I'll tell you.
They were
tough.
You're tough. All right, I'm Mary Kennedy. You've been watching the Menopod and
Sue Merlino
with our guest.
Bernadette Pauley.
Woohoo!
Okay.
Bye, guys.
Take care.
Take estrogen.
All right,
Oh, hush.
get some music.
Oh, yeah. You're kind of still on. You're kind of still on air, but that's all right. No self-doubt, ladies. No self-doubt. Oh, I'm coming! Hold on. Oh, my keys. Oh, why am I here? Oh, my keys. Okay. Oh, I gotta feed the fish. Oh. Okay. All right. Where are my keys? Oh, where are my keys? I'm in a rush. Oh, my wallet. Yeah. Okay. All right, but I gotta find my keys. Let's see. All right, move, Lola. No. Oh, oven. Aha! All right. Stop yelling! I'm coming! Ah!